with some interesting news. It's apparent that the measures the government has put in place to enhance ease of visiting the country have actually turned the country productive. According to a joint report by the Africa Union and the Africa Development Bank on Africa visa openness, now that index shows Kenya lost 17 spots between the time Kenya introduced the electronic travel authorization system back in 2023 and now. Now this system was a system which replaced the previous visa requirement aimed at providing a fair, faster and reliable service that also addresses the country's security and other strategic interests. However, that report indicates that Kenya's requirement for the electronic travel authorization before travel made it more difficult for most travelers from other African countries to enter its territory, hence lowering its score. Let's now begin to break it down for you with our graphics tonight. Let's begin with the first slide there. And the first slide, Kenya ranks number 46 out of 56 countries. Now, the previous position of Kenya was actually position 29 if you look at the latest ranking, and I'll be telling you who actually did the ranking. So as you can see, let's move on to this. Kenya in the last ranking in 2023 was actually position 29 out of the total number, which is 56, and that's how it looks. So let's take a look at the countries that are currently trailing Kenya, because this is very important. So we begin with the country of Cameroon, Algeria, Egypt, Sudan, and of course Libya. Now these are the countries that are trailing Kenya, because remember, Kenya has lost 17 positions just in 1 year, and we'll be telling you how Kenya lost those positions. Now this report is jointly authored by the Africa Union and of course the Africa Development Bank. So the top 7 countries, we said 5, but we'll give you 7 for good measure, is Gambia and Rwanda. Unbelievably, Gambia and Rwanda are tying at position 1. If you want any African country that you can go easily, get your visa on arrival or apply for your visa, then at number 1, we have Gambia and Rwanda tying at position 1. Let's look at other jurisdictions or other countries that this index also shows that it's easy to go to those countries or visit: Ghana, Nigeria, Cape Verde, Guinea-Bissau, Mauritania, and Mauritius. Very interesting indeed. So what is this measure? How is it measured that there are countries or African countries that are more open than others? Now, this measures the extent to which African countries are open to visitors from other African countries. This is explaining what this index is about. So this measure is based on just one major thing: the visa policy of a particular country. And by the end of the slides, you will understand why last year there was an attempt to make it easy to visit Kenya, but it's not working. So the measure is strictly under the visa policy. So Kenya introduced the electronic travel authorization system last year, and this system was to allow visa-exempt countries to visit or transit through her by air. That was introduced last year. However, the question now is, what happens after the introduction of this system, e-TIMS, last year, 2023? How comes that Kenya has gone back to the level that now they say that it's more difficult to travel to Kenya? In fact, we lost 17 positions from position 29 to position 46, only beating countries such as Cameroon, Algeria, Egypt, Sudan, and Libya. Very interesting indeed, but this is also the place to begin our top stories tonight. So I'll take you back all the way to the Coast region, where Ashley Mazuri is on standby with the top stories for tonight. Ashley.